Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Matthew, and this is Just Another Hockey Show.
Welcome back. Okay, let's start with last Saturday night. The Jets were in Columbus to take on the Blue Jackets.
Winnipeg opened the scoring at the 5:52 mark on a goal by Brian Little.
Less than a minute later, Andrew Kopp scored his first of the season to give the Jets a 2-0 lead. Peluso also picked up an assist for his first point of the year.
After Brendan Saad got one back for Columbus, Wheeler scored his sixth goal of the season on a power play to give the Jets a 3-1 lead after one.
There was no scoring in the second, and Columbus did manage a goal in the third with their net empty, but the Jets prevailed 3-2 for their fourth road win of the season. On Sunday, the Jets traveled to Montreal to take on Les Canadiens.
Montreal scored a short-handed goal at the 6:34 mark into the first and rolled to a 5-0 lead after two.
In the third, Chris Thorburn scored his second of the season on a great feed from behind the net from Mark Scheifele to make the final 5-1.
The Jets were outshot and outplayed, and Hutch was chased after giving up 4 goals on 9 shots in just over 23 minutes of play.
And that's all we have to say about that game. On Wednesday, the Leafs hosted the Jets at the Air Canada Centre.
Buff opened the score at the 3:41 mark of the first to give the Jets an early lead.
With Burmy in the box for holding, the Leafs tied the game at 1.
37 seconds later, Scheifele restored the lead, and it was 2-1 after one. The game was tied 2-2 late in the game when Burmy was called for a holding with just over 4 minutes to go.
As his penalty expired, he jumped onto the ice, picked up a little clearing pass, and some nifty passing between Burmeister and Wheeler resulted in the go-ahead goal with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go.
Little added a short-handed empty net goal to give the Jets a 4-2 win in Hogtown.
Way to go, Jets. Thursday night, the Jets finished their road trip with a game in Ottawa.
The Sens took a 2-0 lead late in the second until Wheeler fed Ladd the puck at the side of the net to make the score 2-1 after two.
Early in the third, with the teams playing 4-on-4 hockey, Buff took the puck into the Sens zone on a 2-on-1 with Ehlers and blasted a shot past Anderson to tie the game.
The Jets outplayed the Sens for most of the third, and Hutch made some clutch saves at the end of the third to send the game to overtime.
Although the Jets had a lot of chances to win the game in overtime, they couldn't get one past Anderson, and the game went to the shootout.
Wheeler scored for the Jets, but Hutch was unable to stop any of the Sens' goals.
So, Winnipeg loses 3-2 in the shootout to Ottawa, but goes home with a 2-1-1 record on this most recent road trip. Next up, Saturday night at the MTS Centre against the Flyers. Go Jets, go.
Yeah!
It's time for the Player of the Week.
And the Player of the Week is Blake Wheeler! Oh!
All right, so this week, in 4 games, Blake had 1 goal and 4 assists. That gives him 17 points for the season. He is currently 4th in the league scoring with 6 goals and 11 assists. Way to go, Blake Wheeler.
Oh, yeah.
And now time for trivia. Let's start with last week's trivia question. Which NHL goalie started and completed 502 games in a row while not wearing a goalie mask? Let's get that hint again, Matt.
He played on the 1961 Stanley Cup champions Chicago Blackhawks.
Okay, and the answer is
Glenn Hall.
Glenn Hall played 906 games in his NHL career with the Detroit Red Wings, Chicago Blackhawks, and St. Louis Blues from 1952 to 1971. All right, and now today's trivia question. Matt, let's hear it.
Which team holds the record for the most shorthanded goals in one NHL game?
Okay, and the hint is it happened on April 7th, 1995 against the Vancouver Canucks. Good luck, and we'll give you the answer next week. All right, well, that's it for another great show here at Just Another Hockey Show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Don't forget to leave comments.
If you can.
If you can.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Against